646. Going dark.
Start clear!
Victor 6-4, green light.
Bravo 6, getting hard.
My canopy's not down. We're good.
Victor 6-4, green light.
Good morning, elite gamers. More specifically, good morning, Strike Eagle Chase, who correctly identified the 3 millisecond frame on our last mission that proved I didn't get a guns-only kill on the enemy's bomber, and also proved that I'm a bad pilot. I'm determined to make up for this on our next mission, with Operation Desert Cobra's first ever, any percent, flawless speedrun.
Anything I'm forgetting, fellas? Oh, my canopy! My canopy's not down. We're good. We're good.
Alright, let's back up a bit. Command has tasked us with launching a multiple target strike mission,
Now's our chance, fellas.
and they've decided to do it in the middle of the night. Mostly for stealth, but partially because someone submitted an anonymous note saying circadian rhythms are for betas into the commanding officer's inbox. This is the norm for Kilo Squadron, where scalding hot takes are not only expected, they're encouraged.
I do have physical rudder pedals. I just don't really like to use them. Controversial opinion. They feel weird.
To become a member of this prestigious squadron, pilots are expected to have a solid background in night operations and aircraft stealth theory. My application stated that I theoretically understood aircraft stealth, and they said welcome aboard.
How do I set the MFD brightness?
The one thing I hadn't accounted for was that I had created a sound alert that allowed chat to call an immediate eject every 30 minutes.
Alright boys, we're set in for the long run.
Fox 2.
I do this for you, noobs.
After I was rapidly scooped out of the water by medevac, I promptly requested a mulligan from command.
Clear for takeoff at runway 01.
Clear for takeoff 01, Kilo 11. Alright, let's get back out there. No ejecting this time.
Despite being within smooching distance of our airbase, I was immediately intercepted by enemy combat air patrol within visual range.
Should be just over the side of that ridge line. You know, we're probably going to pop out really close to him, so I'm going to use the air's tease.
My missile missed. Missile on me, performing evasive maneuvers.
Fox 2.
Missile evaded. My missile
Fox
missed.
2.
Fox 2.
Guns, guns, guns.
Performing evasive maneuvers. Missile successfully evaded.
There we go. See ya.
The mission specs called for Kilo Wing to stay fast and low. Not that this did us any good, because the enemy radar emplacements continued to track us through the deep valleys with more tenacity than the guy trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
It feels like somebody wants to sell me something!
Every gap in enemy radar coverage seemed to be filled with enemy combat air patrol. Luckily for me, I never saw another enemy because my wingmen were willing to sacrifice everything so that I could have a boring stream.
Splash. Target disabled. Altitude.
I won't try and fit in a joke about their sacrifice. They were brave pilots.
I'm hit. Ejecting.
Oh boy. There goes the wingman. Oh no. A man just died, please.
As the majority of the enemy air patrol was untangling themselves from their parachutes in the middle of the desert, I was cleared to make an attack run on the enemy supply depot, and I had just the thing for the job.
Alright, this mountain should give us a good opportunity to pop off the Sagums. Hit them with some cluster munitions. I'm fairly certain that under, not the Geneva Convention, I don't think, but maybe the Geneva Convention, cluster munitions are a war crime. Something about unnecessary destruction.
The good news for my ability to sleep at night is that our targets for this mission were both hardened military emplacements in the middle of the desert, so we were cleared hot for the cluster strike.
Yep, there they are. Okay, let's be careful. We're not just gonna fly right in. Let's figure out our best way to approach this. Let's bring this back and forward. Alright, I see the targets. Once we get those targeted, we'll just pop off our Sagums on it.
To start
Fox
a raid,
4.
type /raid followed by the name of the channel you wish to raid.
Guns, guns, guns. Good work. The supplies at the east base are completely destroyed.
I personally was thrilled about how easy strike missions are when bombs do all the work for you.
That's borderline cheating.
Command was thrilled about our early success in the mission.
Have you ever done DMT?
And my wingman was thrilled to be invited.
Guy.
Sucker, yeah!
Wow, he sounded really excited about that.
Despite a series of warnings, our wingman continued to hot mic us all the way to the next objective.
Best and low.
That was close.
Dude's doing kegels in the cockpit over there.
The enemy short-sightedly placed their other airbase a short 40 or so nautical miles from the airbase that we just torched. This gave us plenty of time to break out our maps and have a highly focused, tactical discussion about our order of operations.
I forgot everything I learned in calculus. Yeah, the dude ever puts a gun to my head and says, take a derivative. Tell my mom I love her.
During these discussions, I made it evident that I had zero understanding of what constituted a viable threat on the radar warning receiver. I usually just look for the big red missile symbol and panic. But chat was kind enough to give me the basics of the symbology, and a warning in particular about filled diamonds or circles.
Diamond or circle, got it. So, like the diamond and circle on that short-range radar right now, should I be concerned about that?
After a long traversal through the desert, I got a bit too comfortable talking with chat, and accidentally stumbled into the enemy airbase.
Engaging the enemy.
Alright, that is their airfield. Now where is the objective? Is that it?
Boom, bam, bop, pow.
Both of our objectives were now smoldering piles of slag, and we'd barely been fired upon by the enemy, except for my two wingmen that were shot down. But all things considered, that was a tremendous tactical victory.
Kilo 1-1, you're cleared to return to base.
This has been something of an easy day. Everyone said this was hard.
Though there wasn't an abundance of remaining missile emplacements, enemy radar units were at least determined to give me long-term health issues by blasting me with active radar emissions all the way home, along with the occasional Hail Mary surface-to-air missile.
Oh, that's not good. Does that count as a notch? Does that count as notching the missile?
But when we were clear of those threats, we had time to do a strategic debrief and discussion of weapons tactics.
Aren't we also running out of tungsten as a metal? Like the Earth's supply of tungsten is relatively low. The plane just flies itself. Let's just dupe glitch our way out of being out of rare earth elements.
After taking a fat dump,
see ya.
We've requested landing back at base.
We just took flaps and brakes at like 600 knots.
And just like that, we were back off to the races. No sleep required for a formation flight deep into enemy-controlled territory to make a wild weasel sprint, fast and low, to knock out enemy radar installations. If you want me to have enough jet fuel for this mission, please like and subscribe. If you love VR content, there's much more where that came from on my channel. I hope you all have a great week.